Hi guitarists, I'm Hope Hazy and I'm going to teach you how to play Blowin In The Wind by Bob Dylan today. And there are so many versions of this song even put out there by Bob Dylan himself. He even plays it in several keys and has a few different right hand patterns that he goes with depending on which version. So for this lesson, I'm mostly basing it on the Freewheelin' album 1963, where he does capo across the 7th fret for that version. For teaching purposes today, I've moved the capo to the 3rd fret so I can sing along in a little bit easier of a range for me. And I encourage you to do the same. Once you learn this and feel good about it, find where does this work for your voice. So we're going to begin with the left hand chords. Basic chords for this song. There's a few walk downs and that's where the fun comes with this one. So we start with G. This particular G, don't use your ring finger. We're going to have an open B string. Also, I want to give you a heads up that for teaching purposes, the capo's on the 3, so when we play this G shape, it's technically not G, it's actually a B flat. But for teaching purposes, I am going to use the names of the shapes as the chord titles. Also, I will call this fret 1 and fret 2. So like if I say go down to fret 2, put your middle finger on fret 2, I'm referring to fret 5. So, we are going to begin with the G here. The next chord is going to be a C, and he walks this one down. So we're going to have that middle finger on the 2nd fret there on the A string. And then he's going to continue to walk down to what's an A minor 7 chord here. And then to the D, which finishes the walk down, and then back to G. So you can hear what that feels like in function. The right hand is going to be playing bass down, up, down, up, bass down, up, down, up, bass down, up, down, up. So I'm going to count you off, and we're going to play that together. A little bit slower than that. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, bass down, up, down, up, bass down, up, down, up, bass down, up, down, up, bass down, up, down, up. So that's just the intro. And he doesn't do any of the progression before he begins singing, just hangs out on that G. So once you start the verse, you'll go straight to that C. And now to slow that down, we're going to do bass down for each of those chords within the walk down. And then on the D, your bass is going to be your 4 string or your D string. So anytime I use the word bass when referring to a right hand pattern, it's just the lowest note in that chord. For G, your bass note is going to be the low E string. For C, your bass note is going to be the A string. And for D, unless I notify otherwise, it's going to be the D string. So let's listen to that with the lyrics over it. And also, I don't know all of the lyrics to this, so I might miss a few words. But I think you'll understand what I mean when I sing it with how it falls over these chords. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, G. How many roads must a man walk down? So that's just the first part of phrase 1. And to finish that, this is how it concludes. Before you call him a man. So we started on the G for the before. Before, same pattern, bass down, up, for you call him a man. It's just a shorter version of the walk down. So you have the C and the C over B part, but instead of finishing it off, you go to the G and have that same pattern, bass down, up, up. So that's phrase 1. Now phrase 2 is bass down, up, up. Same here to the D, G, and it concludes differently. C, walk down, shorter one, but this time you end on the D. So let's slow that down. Phrase 2, how many seas must the white dove sail? And is more like a bass down. And then when there is no walk down, you're doing the bass down, up. So far our right hand has two different patterns going on, and depending on where you're at within the phrase, you'll be playing a different pattern. So let's put phrase 1 and phrase 2 together again, and then we will explore the chorus. Here we go, starting on the G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bass down, up, down, roads must a man walk down. Before you call him a man, yes, and how many? Now we're going all the way down to the G. Before she sleeps into the D. Now phrase 3 is the same as 1. So we're going to go to the G here, and back to the G. And we're ready for the chorus. The answer, my friend. So that part, the answer, it does start on the C. And we're going to be doing either like a form of bass down or bass down up. So the answer, my friend. Okay, so that rhythm for the walk down, I want you to kind of just explore both options, bass down, or bass down, up. And also when learning strumming patterns for pretty much any song, there is a way you can learn it initially. But as the artist, I encourage you to play with it and be in the moment. Bob Dylan does not play this the same exact way every time, neither should you. So for teaching purposes, I'll tell you these two options, and you'll hear me mix it up, and I encourage you to mix it up. But just to get comfortable, you can do bass down for starts, and then throw in a few bass down up. You can mix it up. And I think that's a really important point to make, because you can learn a song and feel so concretely attached to what that is that when you emulate it, it will feel forced and mechanical, and that is not exploring the true realm of artistry. And so I just encourage you to take this as a skeleton form and you add your own body to it. And that's the fun of being an artist anyway. When we cover music, when we write music, put your own body on it, your own interpretation. So now to break down what's happening with that walk down in the chorus, you'll be playing bass down up and then use your C over B. Now this, we go straight to the D, but it's D over A. So your bass note in this case is the A string. And then you're going to reach your thumb across to the 2nd fret on the low E string for D over F sharp. Let's walk down that chorus slowly, starting on the C. We have bass down up, bass down up, bass down up, bass down up. So that's C, C over B. In this case, it's a D over A, so we're using the low A string for that. And then extend your thumb up around the neck to play that low E string on the 2nd fret for D over F sharp. And then we've made it to the G, so we're on the original pattern. And that's bass down, up, down, up. And then another original pattern on C. Now we're going to do that walk down again. We have bass down, up, bass down, up, D over A, D over F sharp, and then G. Very good. Okay, so we're going to put the whole chorus together, slowly playing it at the same time, and I'll loop the chorus. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bass down up, D over A, D over F sharp, original pattern on the G, original pattern on the C, walk it down again, D over A, D over F sharp, G, down, up, bass down. Let's do the chorus again. bass, down, up, 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 C, down, up, walk it down, D over A, D over F sharp, G. Now I'll sing along. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Okay, so now we are to the harmonica solo. So let's explore that, starting with the C, and we walk down and go to the D, original pattern on G, as well as C, 2 Ds, and back to G. Okay, so it's kind of a quick harmonica solo there. Again, let's do that together. We start with the C, walk down, D, G, C, 2 patterns on D, and G. Okay, let's put all of the parts together. Starting with the intro, going through a verse, chorus, and the harmonica solo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Intro. Up, down, up, bass, down, up, down. Let's do 2 more. Verse. How many roads? Walk it all the way down. D to the G. Before you call, walk down to the shorter version, straight to the G. Phrase 2. How many seas must the one girl sail before she... So we have a shorter walk down to the D. Now phrase 3 is the same as 1, walking all the way down. Shorter walk down to the G. And now we're at our chorus. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Harmonica. 2 on the D and G. Okay, we made it through all of the parts. Great job! Now just listen to the original and put the structure together yourself. Find the key that works for you so you can sing along. Make it your own. I encourage you to play this how you feel inspired to play it. I believe in you and look forward to hearing some of your versions. Send them our way. We would love to hear it. Okay, have a great day. Enjoy your guitar.